going to make the big fish. This fish is, it's very similar to the Qualitex fish, but in many ways also very, very different. To make this fish, we need 3 260s, 2 of one color, 1 of another color, contrasting color to be the lips, an 11-inch round balloon. I prefer to use the patterned balloons. I either use the sprays around most of the time, or lately I've been doing a lot with these fashion agate balloons. I just love these. And also a 5-inch, a 5-inch round. So, our first 2 balloons, you can see that they are not blown up the same. That's okay, but you do want to have enough room to get a couple of twists in them. Actually, you're really only going to put like a twist and a half in each balloon. The first thing that you want to do is tie these 2 balloons together at the nozzles, like so. There you go. Now this balloon is really special because since it is using a fully inflated 11-inch round, it actually does float. If, of course, the 11-inch round is inflated with helium, which mine is not. Next, you're going to take that round and you're going to tie that nozzle to the 1, 2, or both of the nozzles from the 260. I usually wrap it around a couple of times and then tie it like so. Okay, so here's what we have right now. I just love these balloons. They're so fun, and people aren't used to seeing them, so they really go crazy about them. They also come, besides this color pattern, they come in the traditional agate pattern. I think Metallic also has some different patterns of agate balloons. And then I believe there's also a black and white pattern and a red and white. There's all kinds of stuff. Anyway, so what we're going to do, we're going to measure those 2 balloons around the length of that 11-inch balloon, crisscross it, and twist them on the bottom. Now we're going to make a loop twist in each balloon. And again, I usually just kind of wrap the balloons around it a couple of times after I make those loop twists. And I even sometimes send it underneath. It's okay if it popped out. It's tied down. It's not going anywhere. Like this. Pop it back in. Put those back here. And basically what this is doing, one, it's kind of pressuring the balloon to stay where it belongs a little bit. And I just think it also looks nicer, personally. Now, you could just leave it like this, but I always like to, you know, as usual, give it a little bend, a little bit of character, some S-twists. And there we go. You see? Gave the tail a little bit of character. Doesn't always come out the same, doesn't always have to. Sometimes if I have an extra little end, I'll leave it. Sometimes I'll tie it off and cut it. Really just kind of depends on my mood. Now, all of these things that I'm showing you in this video are the things that I actually do in restaurants and for lines and everything else. So, some of them take more balloons, some of them take less balloons, but I actually do all of these live. Okay, now you take your very underinflated 5-inch round, and you want to basically lengthwise split it in half. So what I do is I'll usually just kind of push that nozzle down to the bottom and grab 1/2 and twist it. And then I'm going to take the nozzle and wrap it around a few times, because for some reason, even though you've like twisted and twisted and twisted it, somehow with these, sometimes air still seems to travel from one side to the other. I've never quite figured that out. But you know what? I don't actually want these yet, but that's okay. We'll just kind of, we'll do that now. Anyhow, so I'm going to twist a little hole, twist a little space in one of the balloons. It doesn't matter, but whichever one you do it, that will now be the top. And I'm just going to pop them in there and wrap them around. Again, you see that the balloon has come undone. It's okay. All I have to do is go like that, and it's going to put it back. Alright, we're almost there. Obviously, we need some nice little lips. So, I'm going to take my next balloon, and I'm going to make a loop twist. Sometimes I make it bigger, sometimes I make it smaller. it doesn't matter. If you make it really big, it's very funny. It's a very comedic look. If you make it small, it's kind of cute. So again, it's whatever your comfort level is. As usual, I tend to just grab about a palm's worth whenever I'm doing it. And I'm going to wrap that nozzle right around it, put it through a couple of times, make it nice and tight. Now I'm going to come and do the same thing, matching that bubble again. And I usually like to open it up and at that point actually even send the balloon through and pop it. Okay, so as I was saying before it popped on me, I usually kind of pull that through so that it just makes it nice and tight and everything. And then I'm going to make two more really tiny baby little loop twists. You know, the ones that border between loop and ear and pinch twist? That kind of size. And I make them, you know, fairly soft because they still need to withstand a fair amount of abuse coming up. Okay, so after I do that, I'm going to twist this piece around and around and through.
Destroy the balloon.
And destroy the balloon. And try that one more time. And may end up taking... Alright, there we go. Round and around and through. Get rid of the rest. And I'm just going to attach it right here. Now, usually the way that I attach it is I just kind of like lift up the front part and basically put his, like, slide it in and put the other half in and bring it down. Now, the reason that I do it that way, and then I also put it underneath the bottom part, like that. The reason that I do it that way, and I go to all that extra effort and trouble, is just I want to make sure that it's really secure. I mean, these lips are staying on. No matter what happens, these lips are not going anywhere, unless both of these two balloons pop. But since it's attached to both the top balloon and the bottom balloon, it's there.
And the nozzle.
And the nozzle? Yeah, it's attached all over the place. It's on there. It's not going anywhere. And here I make my eyes. Yes, I know. I put them. Here, let me get the pen top out of my mouth. I know that I put my fish eyes facing forward instead of on the side where they actually belong. That's just my personal taste because I don't know. I like my cartoons and my balloon animals to look straight at me. So that's why I've decided to change nature in this particular instance, and my fish look straight. And there it is, the fish. And actually, this fish, I put it on fishing poles. Like I said, I also do it a lot in my deco work. I would say that my #1 theme for both corporate and private events is tropical. And I can't tell you how many of these fish I make every year. And it's really amazing because I think this is really one of the things in my decor even that sets me apart. He's a pretty cute fish. People really like him.